Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mobby. We got another deck profile for you guys today. Today it's going to be Rebecca Blue Black from OP5 set. We're going to go over the utility cards, the attackers, the blockers, the 2K counters, and then the event cards. So let's start with the leader itself, just in case you don't know what it does. Blue Black, 5,000 power, 5 life. The reason why it's multicolor with 5,000 life is because Rebecca cannot attack. Now, this is a really big bane for a lot of characters that just can't attack. The only ones is Rebecca, as of right now, and Iceberg, and Vivi. Really, really terrible. But I found that this is probably the best one out of the three. And yeah, her ability is once per turn, you rest one Dawn to get 2 cards. You search for 2, and you grab any Dressrosas to your hand, but you have to have 6 or less cards in your hand, which is not that hard of a thing to do. So that's the leader. All right, let's start with the utility cards in the deck. We are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. We're running 2 Mancheries. This is a necessary one for the deck. I'm running 2. Feel free to run 3. I think 4 might be too much, so I think 2 is just perfect. But anyway, activate 1, rest this character, place 2 cards from the trash to the bottom, and then you get 1 black character with 3 to 5 from your trash to your hand. So this will act as a reviver as well as a somewhat of a blocker. Once you arrest it, your opponent does not want to give you hand advantage, so they're probably going to try to do all they can to knock them out. So either put it down and get stuff right away, or wait till you have a blocker out to try to get more stuff from. But anyway, Mancherie, pretty good card. Next up is the Rebecca's. 100%, just grab 4 of these. These allow you to be more consistent with the deck as you search for 3 cards at the top, Dressrosa, and then you trash the rest, which is super important trashing in this deck. All right, so let's move on to the attackers of the deck. They're going to help you win the game. I think 100% you need 4 Kairoses. This pretty much acts as your pseudo leader for attacking. This character cannot be KO'd. If it does, you rest either Rebecca, your Colosseum, or both of them. So if you have both of them active, this guy's going to take 3 KO shots. But he's very, very weak to the current meta, for like Sakazuki and stuff, where you just put stuff on the bottom of the deck. So as long as you have stuff that KOs, Kairos is going to stay on the field for a very long time. So on play, if your leader is Rebecca, KO somebody that's a cost of 1 or less, and then trash 1 card from the top of your deck. Really important card. You don't have to KO somebody, but you always have to at least trash something. So there you go. Pretty good. Run 4 of these, and always search for them and try to start your game with them. If you could run at least 2 to 3 throughout the game, your opponent might not even bother spending resources to attack them, get rid of them, unless they have the bottom deck means. So they're going to be very powerful. So this is the only reason you play Rebecca. As of right now, if you don't have Kairoses, don't bother with this deck. Okay, so there you go. Next up, well, you might not want to run these. I'm going to give these a try. These are the Rob Lucci cards, CP0. So not searchable by Dressrosa at all, but the effect is so powerful that we're going to run it anyway. 4/6, no counter, on play. 3 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck, which is why this deck's all about trashing stuff. KO up to somebody that's 2 and someone that's 1. So you might not get 2 might not kill 2 characters, but usually you can get rid of 1, especially with the other cards that you can combo with later. Because it's not searchable, I don't want to run too many, so just 2 is completely fine. Besides, you can always bring him back using Mancherie or Rebecca, so no problem, just get 2. Yeah, even if it's not searchable and you trash him, you can bring them back, so no problem. Next up, Orlumbuses. These are really good. So these things came out when Dressrosa archetype first came out. So give up to 1 of your opponent's characters -4 cost during this turn, and it's once per turn. You don't have to rest your hero or anybody. You just have to KO somebody, which is completely fine. If you have nobody on the field, unfortunately, you have to KO Orlumbus himself. But if you have a Kairos, all you have to do is rest your leader, or the stagers are really, really good. And yeah, you also trash 2 cards from your deck. So really, really good combos with Lucci. And yeah, pretty much that's it, right? Is that the only thing I have in this deck? Lucci for that? Anyway, 4 of these are really good. And then the boss monster of your deck, even though it's a 7 cost, help you win the game. So absolutely run 4 Luffys. This character can attack active characters. So if you have your stage out later, he can attack characters on the turn that he's played. You may return 70 cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order to set this character active. So when he's able to attack, and then, if you don't think he's in any danger, end your turn. If you think Luffy might be attacked, go ahead and restand him by setting stuff back. Or if you want to end the game, restand and go for the attack. You know, pretty good. Because if you bring him back using the ability, he won't come back during the refresh phase. So again, if you get him out kind of early, attack, restand him, attack again, he might act as a semi-blocker because they want to get rid of him because he's that powerful. Not a lot of attackers, but this is a deck that completely goes through your deck, right? So you want to, you know, trash stuff, bring stuff back, etc. Searching. And it's only 1 mana to search too. So that's really good, once per turn. Now it's for the blockers of the deck. 4 Rebecca's, 100% yes. These things are so good. So yeah, 0. You know, you don't really use it for the attack. It's the on play. Add up to 1 black character with 3 to 7 other than Rebecca. So you won't be able to get this Rebecca from your trash tier or another one of these. Then play up to 1 black character with cost of 3 or less from your hand rested. This doesn't even necessarily have to be the character that you brought back from the trash. It could be another one from your hand, or you don't have to play anything. But it's really good. Really, really good for getting a lot of these cards back. Especially powerful with Rob Lucci late game. Okay, so 4. Next up, Rico Daldo III. A little bit of experimenting. Probably don't want these. I think if you do want to replace these for anything and you want a couple more blockers, you should run the I forgot the other Dressrosa 2-drop one. It's a common one, so it's not that crazy. But I'm trying this one out. It costs 2 more mana than the 2-drop one. However, it does have 5,000, and I like the effect. It might come in play. It might come in handy. So on play, up to 1 of your Dressrosa, characters get 2,000 power during this turn. So, you know, if you have a good first turn throwing out the Kairos, you can have a good second turn throwing out Riku Daldo, and then, you know, give Kairos 2,000 more. And when he gets knocked out, give someone else 2,000. So I don't know how good the knockout effect is, you know, because your opponent can absolutely play around it, but the on play is kind of cool, and he could be a pseudo attacker if you need to. Now, Sabos. I'm running 4. Definitely at least 3 with these, right? So 5/6 Dressrosa blocker. On play, no one gets KO'd by effects, which is very good until the next turn. Then draw 2 cards and trash 2, which is good for sifting out a lot of stuff. So not much to be said. Sabo, absolutely need them. Really SR. And I'm surprised they're not as expensive as they should be. Honestly, they should go up. They should. They're pretty cheap. So lucky. All right, now for the 2K counters, we're running a decent amount of them. I think like 10 or something. So we're running 2 Tashigis right now. The reason why we're not running more, I might change it out later. It's not set in stone. You can feel free to, you know, mess around with your deck. 3, 4 cards, you know, whatever you feel like, your play style. But yeah, rest this character, give up to 1 of your opponent's characters, -2. It just simply combos with the Luccis and the other events that we're going to see in a bit. But yeah. If you bring it back with Rebecca, you won't be able to restand her until next turn, but it's still good to just do that. So I'm running 2 of these. Next up, One-Legged Toy Soldiers, a really good card that came out for Dressrosa in OP05. Trash this character, give up to somebody -3. So effectively, you know, it's a different kind of Tashigi. You have to kill itself, but you don't have to rest it. So you can, you know, if you can grab it with like a Moncherie, you can't grab it with Rebecca because it's only 2, but you can grab it with the Moncherie and use it that turn, etc. Next up, Bartolomeo. It's a 2K with a blocker. Dressrosa. It's a really strong multi-utility. It's good. Good card. Run 4. Now we're going to run and talk about the events. Now, I'm running 2 Sinks King pistols. You might not want to use these. If you don't want to use these, I recommend putting in some more removal events like 3,000 Worlds or something like that. So it just combos better with a lot of the cards that where, you know, you lower the cost of characters. But I'm using it because Rebecca tends to have a lot of cards in her hand anyway, you know. And also, I would like more cards in the trash. So 0 cost, counter, trash 1 card for 3,000. And the effect's not too bad. You can draw a card, etc. So you're kind of sifting through, testing them out. If it doesn't work out too well, I'll probably add more removal. Now for the Colosseums, running 3. I've played with 2 for a while, and I found that 2 is just not good. Even if you end up getting multiple in your hand, hey, you can trash them easy. Also combos with the Sinks King pistol. But yeah, you absolutely need these, especially so it combos really well with your freaking Luffy to end the game. If one of your leaders is Dressrosa, so they're foolproofing this. It's not even a Rebecca. There's gonna be other Dressrosa leaders in the future. Your Dressrosa characters can attack characters on the turn which they're played. For example, if I throw this guy out and they have a rested blocker or something, I can attack it. Luffy's the only one who could attack and, you know, hit active characters right now in this deck. So yeah, 3 or 4. I think 2 might be a little too little. Next up, 3 King Kong guns. These are really useful, can help you win the game a lot of times. Up to one of your Dressrosa type characters gets 6,000. Then if you have 15 or more cards in your trash, which should happen pretty often, that card gets double attack. So use this for removing a character on the field, attacking into them, or going for life. Pretty much. It's good. Because like, think about it. If you use, it's 6,000. So if you use three Dawn regularly, it's gonna be only 3. So it's like you're doubling your Dawn for that. I mean, it is a card though, but yeah. Then we are running 2 Terreno Bastardos. Up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less and KO it. So it's a weaker 3,000 worlds because you're not bottom decking it, you're KOing it. But if you have 15 or more cards, which is very easy to do in this Rebecca meta, her meta, not like the real meta. Choose up to one character that's 6 or less and KO it. So yeah, the only reason why you want to run this is because you want more searchers. The actual trigger is decent, but you might want to run some 3,000 worlds as well. Because if I were to be quite honest, this deck probably lacks a little bit more removal than I would like. The only removals in this deck, and that's the last card by the way, is these Terrenos, and then the Rob Lucci's and the Kairoses. So there's so it's 8 cards that are the only things that KO in the deck. And you have a lot of things that reduce cost. But remember, you can bring these 2 back. You can bring these 4 back. Houndblaze. I was thinking about Houndblazes.
How's it going, dude?
Hey, thanks for following, dude. And I think that's pretty good. I'm probably going to throw in some Houndblazes. Simply because you can use it on your turn. A lot of your stuff is lowering cost on your own turn. That's a pretty good one. If I were to remove anything for at least 2 Houndblazes, which is probably a great idea, it'll probably be the 2 6 King Pistols, or maybe 2 King Roldos, Riku Doldos. I'll probably remove those 2 for those Houndblazes. So if you have a lot of extra cards in your Sakazuki deck, I say go for it. But you don't want to run too much, because otherwise you're just running Sakazuki. But yeah, Houndblaze is very powerful. Up to one of your leaders or character gains 3,000. So hey, it's really good. It can work with like your Luffy and stuff. And then place up the character with 2 or less at the bottom. It's pretty good. Not searchable, and you cannot bring it back. So this is a card where you have to naturally draw it, but it's pretty good. It's actually a pretty good card. I was also thinking of running Hina's. It's a pretty good card, really highly used in Sakazuki, because Rebecca can bring back a 3-cost character and put it as rested, but the on play still works. You can recycle it, and then you have to go through the whole deck. So yeah, I mean, it can happen. Is there anything from Sakazuki I would throw in there? The reason I'm running a Sengoku here is because I don't have a lot of Kazuros. But yeah, that's a good idea. Because I was just thinking, like, we just don't have enough removal. Maybe one Kobe. One Kobe. I was thinking of a Kobe too. Because Kobe, I'm running only one Kobe, which is kind of cool though. I think I want to run 2 Houndblazes. So once again, if I do, what am I removing? King Riku? Am I removing Riku? Oh man. All right. Let's say, because I don't want too many events as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Running 10 non-character cards. So I think if we want to get a little more removal to make this deck powerful, I'm going to have to get rid of some 6 King Pistols. And I'll get rid of 1 Ronaldo. And we're going to run 2 Houndblazes and a Kobe. I'm going to do that. So that'll be the deck that we're going to use for tomorrow. So 1 Houndblaze. Where's my Kobe? 1 Kobe and my 2nd Houndblaze. Okay, and we'll run that out. So that rounds it out, and yeah, it's much more even with removal to character cost lowering. A 10k Kaido, you think so? The one that draws? God dang it. I hate how I have to disassemble Sakazuki to make a Rebecca deck. If I remove one of those, get out here. Get out of there. I know, it's too good, dude. It's too freaking good. I recommend this too. It's just I'm trying to do as much Rebecca as possible. Otherwise, why play Rebecca and just play Sakazuki? But I mean, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. We're gonna try it. The thing is, though, I'm gonna try it tomorrow. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this deck, and yeah, more next time. We'll see you next time. Bye.